It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? All right, guys, I'm your girl. I'm back with another video. I'm out here in beautiful nature, soaking up all this energy from the trees, the sun, everything. Just soaking up all the energy that I can to rejuvenate myself, to get on this level up journey. And what I want to be discussing today, let me take these headphones off because I don't know why they're on. They're not even on. Today, I want to discuss how we're going to be leveling up for the remainder of 2024. 2024 is almost coming to a completion. We are in October, going into November. So we have about maybe 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks left to 2024. And you have to think about, if you want to level up, if you're watching this, you want to level up. So you need to think about, what is your plan going to be? What is your strategy going to be? You don't need to wait till December 31st or January 1st to start your level up journey and your level up goal, whatever that may be. So my first advice to you would be to really sit down in a quiet place. You know, if you got kids, maybe just go in your car, you know, go to a park, go to a library, you know, do it when your kids are asleep, wake up early, maybe in the middle of the night. But you have to have quietness to really think about this stuff. So get you a special notepad, get you a nice gel pen. I love gel pens. Get you a gel pen and get to writing, guys, about what you want to accomplish for the rest of 2024 and how you're going to go about it. So what I did was I wrote down 10 to 11 goals that I want to accomplish. And these goals are going to take me past 2024, which I know. But I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, what can I do to really grind out and knock down at least half of that and get started and really propel myself with those, 3 to 5 goals out of my 10. And if you have time, if you have the motivation, you can balance all 10 at the same time, okay? But I just picked my first one. Okay, for example, my first one is to reach my weight loss goal. Okay, I've lost half of my initial weight loss goal, but I've kind of just been stuck in this little place here, this little place of just reaching half of my goal. And it's time to step it up so I can reach the other half of my goal and be done with this. It'll just be about maintaining my goal at that point. So I wrote down the goal. My number one goal is I'm going to stop over here for a minute, guys. I'm halfway on my 5.5 mile walk. So I'm going to just take a little break and talk to you because I did a little running. I feel like I'm out of breath. But anyway, so I wrote down my weight loss goal, number one. And then I wrote down how I want to achieve that goal. I wrote down how I want to achieve that goal. So basically I said, I'm going to work out every day of the week for 30 minutes. I'm going to make sure that I get my 10,000 steps, 10 to 20,000 steps per day. That is my goal. And I am going to stretch every day because stretching is important when you're working out, especially if you're going to be doing it every day. I'm going to come out, I'm going to mix up my workout. Sorry, guys, my hair is crazy right now. I'm going to mix up my workout. I'm going to work out, as long as I can outdoors. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work out at home. Like, I'm not going to make any excuses for my level up workout weight loss goal. So yeah, so those are some of the things off the top of my head that I can remember. So take, your goal and then break it down. And then, so weekly, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to be working out every day, 10,000 to 20,000 steps. I'm going to be drinking more water. I'm going to be stretching. So those are kind of like my weekly goals of how I'm going to reach my ultimate goal of, reaching my weight loss. So that's how you got to do it. So that's what I advise you to do. Get a pen, get a paper dedicated, a pad dedicated to your level up journey, and just go ahead and do it that way. Okay. Let's see. My second goal is I want to whiten my teeth. I want my teeth to be whiter. So I am going to be using baking soda weekly, and then I have like a whitening system I'm going to be using as well. And I already stay on top of my flossing and brushing and stuff like that, but just making sure that I'm doing everything I can do in that area, stepping it up a little bit, because sometimes at night I don't brush at night, I'll just floss at night. So just doing things a little bit differently. So that's more of the physical. Spiritually, one of my goals is to meditate daily. So I was doing this a year and a half ago. I was doing it every day, and it really helped me. Even if I did it for 10 to 15 minutes, just silencing your mind. It takes a while to get used to silence your mind and not think of anything and get thoughts out of your mind. So it'll take you a while to really do meditation correctly. But after you get it, man, I just feel like the downloads that I got, and the peace and calm and focus that I receive from meditating every day was just phenomenal. And I just want to get back to that and make time for that. And I feel like that will get me closer to the Creator. That will get me closer to God as well. So those are just some of the goals, so write down your goals and, just figure out what you want to do for the remainder of 2024. So I'm just going to go hard. With my businesses. I had a few trips here recently that kind of threw me off, business wise. And now that those trips are out of the way, I am able to focus on what I need to do as far as my business and stepping it up, and putting myself in a position where I'm going to be good for 2025, because I'm working on my business every day. If you can go and work for somebody else and work on somebody else's dream, then you can dedicate an hour or two a day. I don't care if it's 30 minutes a day. You can dedicate that to your business. And just looking at different businesses that I want to, get into in addition to the businesses that I already have. So just adding to that, because definitely multiple streams of income is the way to go from now and beyond, guys. If you haven't got the memo, here it is, like multiple streams of income. What is that, an acorn? Something just dropped. Multiple streams of income is the way of the world right now. And I'm just looking for different streams of income that I'm going to enjoy and stick with. I don't want to just pick anything. I don't want to just do Uber Eats just to do Uber Eats. Like, that's not my ministry. That's not my lane. So, if I had to do it, I'll do it. But, if I was in a jam or something. But for the most part, I want to pick things that I can be creative and really show who I am and give back to people and, be of service. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just brainstorming and taking it day by day and staying positive. Okay. So in your reality, guys, you will not see what you envision all the time. Most of the time, you're not going to see the end result of your hard work. So in the meantime, what are you doing? Are you thinking negatively? Are you thinking like it's not going to work because it's not working right now? So we have to start getting those thoughts out of our heads for real. Let me back the camera up. Because thinking negatively does not benefit us at all. So why are we doing it? And it takes you doing it every day, thinking positively every day, and bringing yourself back to that positive thought. Even when you have a negative thought, bring yourself right back to that positive thought. It takes doing that every day continuously. It doesn't stop, because the negative thoughts will creep in your mind. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to accept those negative thoughts, or are you going to, let the thought pass your mind, or are you going to change it to something positive? But we have to stay on top of our thoughts, because our thoughts do create. And what you think does matter. What you feel does matter. What you assume does matter. So that's what I'm working on as well. Just thinking more positively and staying focused on my end vision. I'm going to get everything that I want. I'm going to get everything that I dreamed of. I deserve everything that I want. I deserve everything that I've ever dreamed of. I deserve to be on that yacht. I deserve to have my mansions. I deserve to have 11 cars. I deserve to have my husband and my kids, by my side, watching me work hard and grow these businesses, and having that support from them, and me pouring into them, and they pouring right back into me, me going on trips around the world, and having millions and billions of dollars in my bank account. Like, why can't we think like this, guys, and just keep that thought in our minds and don't let it go? No matter what we're going through, you can have 1 cent in your account right now, but do you have to feel like you have 1 cent in your account? Do you have to feel negatively? Do you have to feel down in the dumps? And if you do feel down in the dumps right now, that's okay, but get yourself back up. Start focusing on your goals. Start writing it down. Start envisioning yourself in that mansion. Start envisioning yourself in that penthouse. Start envisioning yourself in your office. Envision yourself owning that building. Just keep those thoughts in your mind. Because what else are we going to do? Think negatively? You don't have that many choices. Think positive, think negatively, or just sit there and wither away. I mean, what are you going to choose? Okay? So I don't want to, ramble on and go on about this, guys. Okay? So just give a conclusion for this video. All right? Just go ahead, get you a pen, a dedicated notebook, write down your goals for the rest of 2024. Take those 10 goals and take a few of them if you can, take all of them if you can, and just start going hard at them, guys. Just start knocking down the goals that you want to achieve, and don't wait till January 1st. Start doing it now. Start achieving your goals now. Get ahead of the game. Everybody else is waiting for January 1st to make all of these goals. The gym is going to be flooded January, February, March. They're going to start March, April. They're going to start dwindling down. The new people you saw January 1st, you're not going to see them come March, April. Okay? You don't want to be that type of person. You want to still be working on your goals year round. It doesn't stop. Even if you fall off for a week or two, you might get a little cold, you might get a little lazy, you might have a trip that throws you off. Life be lifing. We understand that. But you get back on it because you have that thirst. You have that thirst to keep going and be better and do better. And you're only competing with yourself. So, guys, just go hard for the rest of 2024. We got about 5 weeks left. And let's make some good things happen. Comment below. Let me know what you're doing. What goals do you have? What do you, come back to this video January and let me know, what did you accomplish? And just stay up, guys. Just stay positive.